You were talking about your depression, and I obviously know that you've been through your whole career, and like you're not the youngest person anymore. Not in a rude way, sorry. How were you able to overcome all that stuff? Because I know that it's very difficult, and you're still here.
Yes, I am still here. And I don't mean that as a joke. I mean that as an affirmation. Depression is not, unfortunately, one size fits all. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't want to assign a value to it. It looks different for everyone. Sometimes it's chemical, sometimes it's biological. It can be environmental. So what works for one person might not necessarily work for the next. What I will say is that self-expression is huge. Having a container in which to put what is boiling up inside of you, your anger, your fear, your guilt, your shame, finding ways to get that out. Maybe it's on paper, maybe it's on a canvas, maybe it's a jog around the school track. Just get it out of you. As soon as it bubbles up, work to get it out. Another thing is self-care. Just moments where I am doing what I need to do to make sure that I vibrate at the right frequency. That might look like burning some sage. That might look like dinner out with a friend. It might look like a bath with Epsom salts. Just the things that I need to do for myself that are small, doable, affordable, that nourish me. I think often we neglect ourselves. We focus on things in the external, but there's a lot here that needs attention. The other thing I would do is to make sure that you are talking to yourself in a way that is loving and supportive. It became clear to me at a certain point in my life, I've had friendships. I've been a good friend to people, and when a friend is in crisis, I know how to be there for them. I know how to hold a space that looks like listening. It looks like support. It looks like a back and forth. Maybe it just looks like a hug. Maybe it looks like being silent and just holding their hand. I know how to do that for a friend. I realize that when I am in crisis, when I have quote unquote fucked up, my response is, "You fucking idiot." You know, how could you? Of course. What did you expect? If I spoke to my friends like I used to speak to myself, I would have no friends. So what I started to pay attention to was how I spoke to myself out loud and in my head. And in your head is a much more difficult conversation, but you can, I think, I judge, control the words that come out of your mouth. So if you do talk to yourself out loud, and I do, make sure that the words are loving and supportive and nourishing. Start the work of being your own best friend.